What is up guys, Andy Forresty Runner here, back with another video for you today. Today we're going to be testing out the new shoes, the new Nike Zoom Flies, well new to me, not new to the market, on a big old long run, a long run workout to be specific. Today I thought to myself, after putting out my first impressions video on Friday, loads of comments coming in saying things like they're great for marathon training, you'll really find the rocker in them helps towards the end of the run. And I thought to myself, we need to test that theory out. I'm really excited for today to see how they perform. And disclaimer, before we jump into this video, I promise that I will not start spamming you with Nike Zoom Fly videos. This is the only thing I want to test. This is the only thing that's important to me now, because at the end of the day I'm going to be putting in some long runs and some bigger miles as we head into the middle of the plan, and it's important that these shoes work right. And considering the comments I had, I felt I wanted to test this out, see how they fare. I think we're going to be hitting 18 to 20 miles today. So what I'm going to do is I'm also recording my week 6 marathon training video today, so I'm not going to interrupt that too much. The plan of attack is going to be this intro, a bit of a catch up at the end of the run to let you know how I feel, then we'll jump back to the office and I'll give you my final thoughts. So without further ado, we've been running 58 minutes, we're just about to kick into the workout now. Let's see how we do. Okay, so I've just started the third rep. These shoes are amazing, absolutely amazing. It's over 12 miles now, absolutely flying. Just flew up a hill on the second rep to the point where I had to stop and walk for 10 seconds at the top because I went so fast. The rocker really pushes you up the hill, and my legs were feeling lactate, so I had to stop and walk 10 seconds to just chill out. Mental. Anyway, just thought I'd say that. Just these things are a thing of beauty. I'll catch you at the end. So there we go guys, that's the workout done. Everything hurts. That was a hard workout, but the one thing that doesn't hurt is my feet. Love them, absolutely love them. Before I elaborate, go into any more detail, there's a few things I want to say in particular about them, so we'll transfer back to the office so I can tell you exactly why these things are great on your long runs. Okay guys, right, we are back. It's 2 days after the long run. Wanted to give myself a couple of days to think about really how it went. I had initial overriding emotions of joy and like, wow, this is amazing, but I wanted to give myself a bit of time to process, analyse and really sit down, look at Strava, look at training peaks, and also think really about how I felt at the time. My initial reactions were, when I came back, wow, these are amazing. But I want to give you a little bit more detail than that. Two things I want to kind of touch on: performance and comfort. Let's start with comfort first. They were amazing. Out of all the things that hurt on that long run, out of all the things that hurt, my feet were not one of them. 20 miles of pure bliss on my feet. Not one hot spot, not one ache, one pain, nothing. It was just absolutely incredible. And that, to be fair, I haven't felt since the Gel Phoenix 9, which still is my favourite Asics shoe to date. And before that, I can't even remember. The Gel Phoenix 8 was great as well, but there were occasions on both of those shoes where I would just either get a little bit of a rub on the edge of my little toe, or something would hurt maybe every now and again. Not every run, but every now and again. Whereas this one, just first run, 20 miles, speeding up to half marathon pace, so doing those surges in there, bam, it was incredible. And the rocker, I think that's what people are calling it, the rocker system in the foot, which makes you feel like you want to move, is great. a couple of the comments I wanted to address from Friday's video about feeling like you've got more energy return at the end of a long run. I totally agree. That rocker is a big benefit. I don't know how it sits with me really. It feels a little bit cheating, but do you know what? More and more shoes are incorporating that now. I'm going to roll with it. And yeah, I felt really good at the end of the run. As highlighted by my cool down miles after the workout, I was absolutely toast. And I still clocked, as you can see on screen now, sub 8 minute miles for the cool down. I felt like I was plodding. I really felt I was hitting 9 minute miling. I mean, I know that sounds stupid, but I really felt like I was running 9 minute miling, and that's dabbling in on the performance side. But as for a comfort, if we rein it back into the comfort, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I couldn't have asked for a more comfortable shoe on the run. If we jump into the performance side, which is a little bit more interesting, I said to Doug when I punched in all my feedback into Training Peaks, which is a software that we use to communicate as a coach and an athlete myself, as to how runs went. He can analyse data. I put in there, hey mate, listen, I knew the trails that I was going to pick today are the same ones that I've been doing on my recent long runs, and as much as I strive for half marathon pace, I'm never ever in my wildest dreams going to hit half marathon pace on those trails. They're undulating, period. There was 1,150 odd foot of elevation in that run. Majority of it came in those 15-minute surges. It's just the way the trails are around here, and I love it, you know. So I always say to him and to you guys, I'm going to go out there and do a half marathon effort. Now, normally that is around 6:20, 6:30 pace. That's what I aim for. So it's about 30 seconds slower than actual half marathon pace, but you can normally tell by heart rate and that sort of thing if I'm putting the effort in. And my heart rate was there. A little bit slower on the heart rate on the first one. That's all downhill. But other than that, what shocked me more than anything was the last two. I was flogging a dead horse on those last two. I really was. I really struggled. Hands in the air. That was a tough old session. Interesting points are, if you look at the grade adjusted pace and you look at the normalised pace, you look at the normal pace and the grade adjusted pace, they're all, bar the last one, under 7 minute miling. And I genuinely, on that last one, and the grade adjusted pace on the last one is under 7 minute miling. I genuinely cannot comprehend it. I felt like I was running 8 minute miles. I really did. I thought I was putting an effort in. I was struggling. Everything was hurting. And I thought, no, this can't be right. And I went back and analysed it, and I did. And I hit that pace. Now, I think there's a couple of things that happened there. The comfort, obviously, was a major factor. Like, I wasn't hurting in the feet in any way, shape or form. But that rocker, as I alluded to a second ago, I think it makes a massive difference. I think it gives you great energy return towards the end of a long run, which is what a lot of you guys said to me in the Friday's comments, and as I said, what I wanted to address. I agree. I felt that it clearly gave me some kind of, it's not a boost, but it's like it is an energy return. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I ran quicker than I thought I was running. And that's a really, really weird sensation to look at your Strava and Training Peaks and go, wow, did I really hit that pace? And that's major encouragement for me in the marathon, because if all things go wrong and at the end I'm struggling, then maybe I'm going to be running quicker than I think I'm going to be running. Does that make sense? And that is a really great prospect for me to suffer like that and still clock those times. That time at the end was only just over 3 hour marathon pace. Only just 6:52 is 3 hour marathon pace. So yeah, I was kind of like mind blown, to be honest with you, and that for me was major. So yeah, and as I alluded to at the beginning, my cool down paces were quicker. So overall, how did I feel they went on 20 miles? Bloody beautiful. How did they perform? Incredible. They blew all expectations out of the water. I kind of had a feeling they'd be good from the 2 runs I did earlier in the week, testing them on the road and the trail. Jumped back to the Essex in the Wednesday, just completely showed them up, went back to the nights on the Thursday, and then hit that long run on Saturday, and just, I don't know what to say other than wham bam, thank you ma'am. It was incredible. So those are my thoughts, guys, on taking a night Zoom flight on a 20-mile long run. For me, it was a great experience. I hope you guys find the same. I'd love to hear your thoughts. How have you guys got on with the night Zoom fly
on a long run, did you get as much comfort as I did? I mean, maybe I'm just excited about it because I've never run in something like this before, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. And of course, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do give it a like, share it with your friends, and do consider subscribing to the channel for weekly running content, and I'll see you next time. Until then,